Hello, everyone. In the previous lesson, we completed the design of the human body infrared sensing circuit. In this lesson, we will make preparations for the soldering of the human body infrared sensing circuit according to the schematic diagram. The preparations include obtaining information, making a plan, and implementing decisions. Through this lesson, we will understand the basic process of making a human body infrared sensing circuit. The key point of this lesson is to understand the pin arrangement and functions of the LM324 operational amplifier, the timer circuit NE555, the infrared sensor S203, and the field effect transistor SI2306, thereby preparing for the preliminary stages of circuit soldering. An ancient saying goes, "He who fails to plan is planning to fail." It means that the implementation process can be well organized, targeted, and efficient only if a work plan is made in advance. Our first step is to acquire data and information. Understand the component list for this task, learn the methods for testing the components in the list, acquire knowledge about manual soldering, and become proficient in applying these skills. In the last project task, we learned 1. The tools that might be used for manual soldering. 2. The steps to measure resistance values with a multimeter. 3. Testing of components such as trimming resistors and capacitors. 4. The basic principles to follow when installing and soldering components. 5. The hazards of static electricity and how to protect against it. 6. The requirements for forming the leads of components like resistors for horizontal installation. These topics still need to be reviewed and mastered in this project task. Before proceeding with the soldering for this project task, let's consider the following questions. 1. What components are used in the human body infrared sensing circuit? 2. What are the pin arrangement and functions of the LM324 operational amplifier? 3. What are the pin arrangement and functions of the infrared sensor D203S? 4. What are the pin arrangement and functions of the field effect transistor SI2306? 5. What are the pin arrangement and functions of the timer circuit NE555? What components are used in the human body infrared sensing circuit? According to the schematic diagram of the human body infrared sensing circuit, this circuit includes resistors, trimmer potentiometers, light-emitting diodes, and capacitors, which have been introduced before, and new components such as the LM324 operational amplifier, the infrared sensor D203S, the field effect transistor SI2306, and the timer circuit NE555. Next, we will list out the component list, as shown in the diagram. This circuit uses the LM324 operational amplifier. What are the pin arrangement and functions of the LM324 operational amplifier? During soldering, pay attention to the pin arrangement of the LM324 operational amplifier and install it correctly. The pin arrangement and functions are shown in the diagram, with the character side facing you and the notch at the top. The upper left is pin 1. Counting counterclockwise to pin 14. This circuit uses the infrared sensor D203S. What are the pin arrangement and functions of the infrared sensor D203S? As shown in the diagram for pin identification, with the pins facing you and starting from the marked position, which is the protruding pin, moving clockwise, they are pin 1 for the power supply, pin 2 for the output, and pin 3 for grounding. This circuit uses the field effect transistor SI2306. What are the pin arrangement and functions of the field effect transistor SI2306? The pin arrangement and functions of the field effect transistor SI2306 are shown in the diagram, where pin 1 is the gate, pin 2 is the source, and pin 3 is the drain. This circuit uses the timer circuit NE555. What are the pin arrangement and functions of the timer circuit NE555? With the character side facing you and the notch at the top, the upper left is pin 1, counting counterclockwise to pin 8. The pin arrangement and functions of the timer circuit NE555 are shown in the diagram. Having completed the study of the data and information about the soldering of the human infrared sensing module, we now move on to the second process, developing a work plan. Through the study of the above content, we have gained a general understanding of considerations in component testing and soldering. Next, we will draft a work plan based on the basic principles of component installation and soldering. The content includes preparing a checklist, work safety, work quality, environmental protection, working hours, etc. The work plan can help us further organize our thoughts and improve work efficiency. A work plan helps us further organize our work and improve efficiency. Next, let's move on to the third process, implementing decisions. After discussions with classmates and teachers, we determine the work plan and begin the installation and soldering of components. In this lesson, we've mainly discussed 1. Pin arrangement and functions of the LM324 operational amplifier. 2. Pin functions of the infrared sensor D203S. 3. Pin functions of the field effect transistor SI2306. 4. Pin arrangement and functions of the timer circuit NE555. That's the end of this lesson. Thank you for watching.